Welcome all of you here once again, and I welcome all of you first of all. And we start another mock test made by me, fresh new, and obviously we'll be having some good questions. I hope so for figure of speech, RCs, the inference based, and everything such. Welcome everybody from my side. Let's start now. As always, let's go ahead. Welcome all of you here. Nancy, Jai Janendra, Wrinkle, Vaishnavi, good evening. Bubbly, Neha, Chivalrous, Divyanshi, Saloni, Isha, Avijit, good to see you. Respect. It was so bad to miss you last week. Good to see you back. Gunjan, Radhe Radhe. Last week in the RCs, I had this word. To revise, putting it again in vocabulary. How are you now? Good evening, Prerna. Welcome back. Nitish. Must be Avijit. Always smile like your friend does. SR. Abmanyu. Okay, first one. For revision, we had this in the last week's RCs. Invidious, a feeling of anger, a feeling of resentment, exactly. But we are asked the antonym. I hate you. The opposite of this feeling, odious is repulsive, so should be the synonym. Envious, repulsive, synonym. Prejudiced, synonym. Equitable, treating everyone equally, will be the only antonym. And yes, despite the public outcry, the board decided to cancel the resolution until a formal review could be conducted. We had to cancel that. Resigned is to cancel, revoke, and such. Resign. The board resigned from their positions, not the resolution has to be resigned. No such word exists. Rewind, not an appropriate word for board and for such. Nitish, happy Chhat Puja from my side, brother, the little I know. To all of you there in Bihar and across the nation. Happy Chhat Puja from my side, from our side. Thank you so much, brother. Thank you so much. Respect. SR, great. Thanks to you. Leo, welcome. Welcome, Bhavna. Exactly. Thank you. Quite easy now in between because not every question can be difficult. Not only but also, neither nor, either or, take verb as per the nearest term, of or to the second term. Advisors was, advisors were present. I don't think so. I need to emphasize. Now, recondite, understood by few. Messages in this chat are end-to-end encrypted. So esoteric is also understood by few, quite similar. Obviously, antonym. Simple, antonym. Clear, antonym. Great presence of mind from Nancy, from Bhavna. Otherwise, ambiguities all around. Sure, I'll start with B, but we have three options starting with B. Scientific credibility increasingly depends on transparency. Important factor to consider. If I put this just after the first one, transparency that allows through open data and methods that allow, research domains that allowed won't be that appropriate. Exactly, exactly, exactly. Avijit, B, C, A, D, brother. No, B, C cannot be together. Transparency, that was a problem. And that was the clarity, to be honest. Transparency, you better know, is a singular subject. Relative pronoun, as per the antecedent, will be singular in nature. Avijit, okay? Objections, welcome. So scientific credibility depends on transparency across all domains through open data and methods, the methods that allow independent verification of results. Logically better, grammatically better, starting with B, then A and C. B, D, A, C. Objections welcome. Thank you. No. Yes, Nancy. Neha. No, 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 no. No, Prerna. As it seems in Hindi, but I remember the meaning is not that. Let's verify. No objection. It looks like that, but you better know, dal mein kuch kale mein dal nahi hota. That is to reduce your spending. Tighten the belt. Exactly. Reduce your spending. No, that's an idiom, not the literal one. Cut one's expenditure. Live frugally. The poor must tighten their belts. Got it? So it was about when revenues plunges to go down, revenues plunged unexpectedly. So they had to minimize their spending and all. Tighten the belt for monetary purposes. Okay, cut corners is also similar, but that is to economize. Cheap, not that appropriate for company to keep it solvent. Cheap won't be that appropriate, but we have to reduce our spendings is a better choice. Now square the circle. Idiomatically, you cannot make a circle square. Impossible. If that is made square, that's not a circle anymore. So this is to solve a problem that is impossible to solve because no one can square a circle. Change horses midstream. Happens in politics, can feel this. Change horses midstream. When a CM was there, PM was there, suddenly he resigned. A new PM, CM has to be appointed that may not follow the normal laws usually because in 5 years we have elections. Now after 1.5 years, if we need a new CM, new PM, we have to change horses midstream, appoint a new leader in between, interim and such. So yep. And one who meddles in the affairs of others, this is actually the unwanted one. Not to solve the matter, the unwanted, that was not required there. Stoic is indifferent to pleasure or pain, can't meddle. Benefactor, beneficial, not meddling in the affairs of others. Ascetic, not caring about personal appearance or any pleasure, free from all pleasures and all, out of elimination. Yes, Bhavna, interim. Great. Um, the panel might, quite easy, I would say, might reconsider, might be reconsidered. Okay, no, no, might, no have been out there. Now, if the assumptions, okay, I forgot to highlight, excuse me, please. If the assumptions fail to hold, the model's predictions will diverge significantly. That's not a noun clause, that's a whole sentence, not the noun having a verb or somebody's object and all. No. Adjective clause, there is no noun that this is modifying, but yes, it is showing condition. If it happens, I'll do that. Adverb clause of condition. Since, as would have made adverb clause of reason. And a brand new figure of speech question before we head on to RCs. If winter comes, can spring be far behind? But what does that mean? Is that a figure of speech? What does it mean? It's not apostrophe talking to the absent inanimate objects. It's not hyperbole, exaggerating. What is this? I can't even pronounce this. Litotes, what? Yes, you are correct. That's a question, but I'll show you because It's not new to all, it's not common to all of us. It must be new to all of us. Some glance from my side. This question actually doesn't expect an answer. Such questions which do not expect an answer are supposed to be the rhetorical questions. Feel the sentence. If winter comes, can spring be far behind? Because this is not, I'm asking something. Obviously, if winter comes, spring will be coming. If you kill me, how would I speak? I'm not expecting an answer. Obviously, if you kill me, how would I speak? Now, if you poke me, won't I get irritated? Obviously, if you poke me, I will get irritated. Such questions which do not expect an answer are supposed to be in this category. And this is quite interesting. All of us use this, putting negative sentences with not or un to mean something positive. He's not poor. Uh, he's rich. He's not poor. If he's not poor, he must be rich. No problem. You are not wrong. If you are not wrong, that means you must be right. Let's have some more examples because they may be new to all of us. Sorry, question. Feel this. Questions posed for effect to make a point without expecting an answer. Answer is quite obvious. Prerna, great. Chivalrous, absolutely. Is the sky blue? Obviously. Do you want to fail your examinations? To make a person think about the consequences, not expecting an answer for that. Do birds fly? Is rain wet? Who cares? Nobody, whenever we speak so, we don't expect an answer. Who cares? Because we don't care for that. Similarly, that one. Yes. Sentences that are understatement to convey a stronger meaning by negating the opposite of what is meant. This is not rocket science. That means it is easy. He's no fool. He's clever. That's not a bad price. To those who understand Hindi here, यार डील बुरी तो नहीं है. That's not a bad price. Not bad. It wasn't a small victory. You're not wrong. Okay, let's go ahead. Thank you. Have a look. We'll discuss. Thank you, Vaishnavi. Nancy. showing questions. Exactly. Bhavna, she didn't want to escape the festival. I'll show. You can check the passage again if you want to. In general, obligation defines a legal agreement. Obligation may define a personal duty. Obligation defines a necessary task. Obligation defines a pressing need. But what is the use in the passage we have to pick? Exactly. Just a sec. Excuse me because I copied this from the passage, but I forgot to probably add an error in this. So I'm sorry, giving you another option. Your choice now. Two parallel clauses are there, but the structure is consistent. So I forgot to add an error in my opinion. Yes, no problem. Great presence of mind. And I think you also thought the questions were inference based. You have read the passage so easy, so easy, but questions are good, in my opinion. Author suggests the protracted, lasting for a long time, silence of the crowd after the kite landed at her feet was because of, I can see that here, but the silence from the crowd was quite long, heavy with the weight of tradition, defied. Defy will be opposite. That means she defied the tradition. What was the tradition? You can feel this. She faced a choice between the village's legendary good fortune because the kite was there, but she had a personal obligation she made 3 years prior to the neighbor that she will give him that die and such. The decision was instantaneous. If she had chosen the good fortune for the village, there were no silence from the crowd. There would be no tradition defied, accepted. But silence from the crowd expresses amazement, and tradition defied. That means she did not pick tradition, which was fortune. She picked that obligation for that elderly neighbor. Okay. A deep collective appreciation for the beautiful craftsmanship of the massive kite. No. The crowd disappointment, yes, that a wealthy city merchant was likely to claim the fortune. No one was getting that fortune. She was picking for that elderly man she promised. The profound shock, disapproval, defied when her action defied the village's most coveted and long standing tradition. Absolutely, the keywords are also there: tradition defied and that protracted silence. Her preoccupation with the die, even on the day of the festival, demonstrates that she prioritized the financial gain. No, she did not. The personal promise, obligation, absolutely, she did. Desire to escape the festival? No. Importance of adhering to the village's tradition? She did not. She defied the tradition. The term obligation in the second paragraph defines obligation is a legal agreement, yes. Personal duty, yes. Necessary task, yes. Pressing need, yes. What about the passage? In the passage, we can see that obligation, but with a promise made 3 years ago to her neighbor, a promise of cobalt blue dye necessary for that. That was the personal obligation to a single forgotten man. So we see no agreement is there, no necessary task is there, and it wasn't sudden because she made that 3 years ago. Yes, it was her personal choice. It was her personal commitment. Author uses sensory details, scent of roasted grain, frantic music, vast indifferent gaze, primarily to establish an atmosphere that is tensed. No, it wasn't tensed throughout the passage. Monotonous, boring. It wasn't. Strictly commercial. No. It was the village's tradition that she defied only. It was vibrant, culturally rich, however, contrasted with the profound solitude and nature of her personal choice. Both mentioned out here. And there was no error. I forgot to add any error. No problem. Next. Objections welcome. Yes. Chivalrous, it may be asked, so I won't say because it is highlighted. You can, however, infer its meaning. Remember, ostracize, showing questions in seconds. Chivalrous, that's the meaning of your ostracism. Rejected, removed from the community. Great. Even greater when you answered fourth A. Great and greater. Prerna. You are not wrong because we feel if a person receives a present and if a person fails to return one of them, they risk this, not that. Should be compound complex because we have a sentence here with the help of conjunction and we have another sentence here, should be two independent clauses. That's a dependent one for sure. So we feel it's compound complex, open to discussion, but that's actually a complex sentence. Excuse me, listen to me first. Because you can feel this. This sentence is independent. That is also, even with the help of conjunction and, dependent on that. Feel this? If a person receives a gift and fails to return that, that is not just rudeness but also ostracism. If you drop this sentence, the value will be vanished. That's also another dependent clause. If you receive a gift, it risks rudeness. Receiving a gift doesn't define rudeness, but receiving a gift and failing to return it defines rudeness. Hello? I know there are two verbs, receive and fail, with the conjunction and, but that's not two independent clauses. One is the subordinate clause with a compound, exactly, Amalesh, subject. There is only one main clause. Thank you, SR. Yes, beta. But there and defines something such. I agree to what you say. Generally it happens, but in a language we can't make any rule. My mother is such and my father is such. Chivalrous. yesterday's Oliveboard mock. Some went in this direction, some went in that direction. They are not dependent on each other. They are not dependent on each other, but they are dependent on each other. If you borrowed money and you're not returning, I'll sue you. So I'll sue you not because you borrowed money. I'll sue you because you borrowed money and you didn't return on time. That's how I'll sue you. So that is that dependent clause. There is no comma for separation. Maybe a dependent, maybe an independent, depends upon the sentence. Objections welcome. Yes, we have two dependent clauses. If you receive a gift, that's not rudeness. But if you receive a gift, independent clause. You fail to return, that is rudeness. So they are two dependent clauses, one independent clause. Okay. Next. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. There should be another one. I probably took the old PDF. Just a sec. Or couldn't save that. Wait a minute. I hope it's audible, visible now. Just a sec. Hold on. It's not over. Next. Not today, Nancy. Thanks for the concern. Done. Okay. Showing questions in seconds. You can check back whenever you want. Say slide, I'll show you. rather easy than those two. Old route was marked obsolete because the canal slashed travel time and injected immense efficiency. So, yes. Yes, Nancy. Last line defines this. Linear, narrow geography, if I'm not wrong, they mentioned. Exactly. Fourth D area. No, it cannot be contemporary because, you know, contemporary belongs to the present time. And this is defining everything in past. Opening of canal was, even in the last also, created, masked, facilitated, slashed. So it can't be contemporary because it has historical information. Contemporary defines current time. The whole nation is grappling with that's contemporary. Right now we are culminate in is correct, by the way. Ending in uh Prerna, that should be correct. Okay, the parallel construction I would show. Prerna is not wrong, but since you have a finite verb, then you have a non-finite adjective, just like I woke up early to reach the office on time. After this non-finite, you can't use the Neha is correct. Typical Neha. Thank you so much. I woke up early to reach the office on time. To talked to him will be horrible. Either match this or introduce another subject. This V2 cannot reach there because in between, absolutely Nancy, in between there has been a non-finite now, either infinitive or participle or anything such. So the canal's functioning became linked to this, culminating, just like I saw him dancing, present participle in the occupation of Egypt. Now what is this V2 here? Cemented. Fine, it looks good, but there has been a couple of non-finites. I like dancing, singing, swimming, cementing their dominance. In the passage itself, we have which is a relative pronoun, which cemented their quick. Okay, we don't have this. No problem. No problem. So, done. ing, ing. I love dancing, singing. Done. Thank you so much for being here, everyone. Welcome from my side. Would love to see you pretty soon. And yes, of course, couple of pieces of informations on this occasion of Chhat Puja ending today, the offer. We have this 2 times validity and flat 40% off on all subscriptions. Go check before you grab any subscription using the code FEST, F-E-S-T, Chhat Puja Special. And of course, one can join the 2 new batches for Tier 2 if you are appearing in Tier 2 and Foundation Batch 2026 if you want to start from scratch. Thank you. See you. Take care. Be safe. Thank you so much, Bhavna. Neha must be there. Prerna, chivalrous, bubbly, Neha, Saloni, Vaishnavi, Isha, and all of you present out here. Thank you so, so much. Bye bye. Take care. Be safe. See you pretty soon. Thank you. Enjoy drumming. Thank you.